Hello! Today we're gonna read some Valorant fanfiction. Why? Ranked is too depressing.
Ooh, nice try.
Fanfiction can be a total dice roll in terms of what you get. It can range from the cutest fluffed effort with one person who stole her heart, Jet. Oh, that's cute. To the most depraved stuff to ever be written. Brimstone was in hate. I don't want to imagine that. I'm not lying when I say I've gained and lost hope in humanity while reading all this fanfiction. Let's not waste any time and get straight into the wholesome stuff. Starting with Valorant CNY. Neon being absolutely done with Hailstorm shenanigans. What is Hailstorm? Hailstorm. Oh, that's so cute. Hailstorm. Cause Sage is Heal and Jet is Bladestorm. Oh my god. I'm so dumb. Let's go. Chapter 1. Chinese New Year, also known as the Lunar New Year, is the festival that celebrates the beginning of a new year on the traditional lunisolar and solar Chinese calendar, which is the day, February 1, 2022, Year of the Tiger, meaning that all the agents are off duty celebrating this wonderful event in Valorant HQ. But Sage holds this celebration with significance to her culture. She recalled her younger self where she would spend days preparing the decorations in her home, cooking her favorite dishes by her mother's side. Though saddened by her past, she remained joyful as she could share a new memory with her newfound family, but specifically with the one person who stole her heart, Jet. Oh, that's cute. The duelist and the sentinel had a bit of rough start when they first met, but eventually smoothened out along the way when they came to realize their love for each other. Sage could see Jet cooking in the kitchen with Neon and Reina helping. Sage, however, was setting up the decorations with the help of Killjoy and Raze, while Sova, Breach, and KO were setting up the seating tables. So like, all the pairs here are just lesbian, honestly, based. Raze was gone in a flash, with Killjoy right behind. Confirmed. It's canon already. It's already canon. It's canon. Valorant literally was like, Killjoy, Raze, real. She was boiling to meet the love of... Okay, I'm not reading this wrong and having like a stutter moment. This is literally what it says. Anyway, she was boiling to meet... I'll just skip that. Thanks, Sage. Sage gave a quick peck on Jet's cheek. Mwah. Here to kiss the cook or here to help cook? Neon teased the couple as she's portioning a tray of biko. Biko! Oh my god, wait. Oh, I forgot Neon's Filipino. Anyone watching this, you gotta try biko. It's like this sweet rice thingy. I'll be honest, it looks like shit, but it tastes so amazing and it's so easy to make. If you're ever in the Philippines, ask for biko. Like this, Jet. Sage pressed against Jet's back, holding onto both of her flour-covered hands as she guided her how to fold the creases of the dumpling. Sage didn't take notice that Jet's body was heating up from the contact to preoccupied teaching her the correct folding method for the dumplings. Kumuha ng kwarto. Neon annoyingly huffed. I think this was Google Translate. How do you actually say this in Filipino? Because kumuha ng kwarto is literally translate get a room. So I guess you could say na. I know what they say. Rewind. Lantino. Neon annoyingly huffed. Damn, this looks bussin', mate. Great job, you guys. Oh wait, it's Phoenix. This should be in a British accent. Damn, this looks bussin', mate. Great job, you guys. This is why I don't do accents. This is why I don't. Jet was pouting cutely as she chewed on her food. Neon was just looking at the two of them while enjoying her food. These bitches gay. Good for them. Nice thing. Same thoughts, Neon, same thoughts. Jet, if you finish your dinner properly, I will think about rewarding you with dessert later. Sage winked at Jet, who seemed to stop working, while Neon just straight up gagged in playfulness. I'll be honest, what is this dessert that they're talking about? Could be like some Chinese dessert like a pastry or something, or is it a different kind of dessert? After the celebration, everyone went back to the rooms to call it a night. Neon just came back from her night jog. She was walking back to her room when she heard some weird noises as she passed Sage's room. Oh, it's the other type of dessert. That was cute and a little bit, how do I say this? I guess you could say it got a little bit Phoenix there at the end. That was good. It was good. It was cute. Solid. 6 out of 10. Actually, no. 8 out of 10. Valorant Creepypasta. Okay. Summary. Oh, it's in German. Or at least I think it's German. You know what? Let's try. Von Freunde spielen Valorant zusammen. Cut. Valorant headcanons. This isn't more like a story. It's just more like some person be like how is this person like? Like a little paragraph about them. So it's interesting to read. Killjoy survives on caffeine and half-formed ideas for new inventions. Often, Razor Brim will find her passed out from exhaustion in her lab, head on the table and a cup of coffee spilled next to her. They've reprimanded her for it countless times, but at least once a month, she'll lock herself in her lab for days on end. Razor started to keep her company when she does it. Oh, asking endless questions and tinkering with her own boombots and grenades. It goes like that until she blows something up and she gets kicked out of the lab. Brimsting yelling down the corridor, or Killjoy falls asleep. When she does, Razor will cover her up with a blanket and fold her glasses knees next to her. Or she'll shake her gently awake and force her to go to bed. Some nights, Killjoy asks her to stay with her in her room, not so secretly. They both like those nights the most. Oh, my heart. Reading stories like this is such a double-edged sword because it's so cute. At the same time, I'm so jealous and depressed that I don't have that. And I feel bitter and I don't want anyone else to have relationships anymore. But it's still cute. It's worth it though, for Sage, if it means protecting her family. Phoenix is hot to the touch. Well, duh. There's something unsettling, at least at first, about being around Yoru. An odd aura seems to surround him, no doubt due to his rift walking, and it always seems he knows something that others don't. Maybe because of this, he's arrogant and impatient around other agents. But Phoenix is undeniably a soft spot. He likes to think that Brimstone and the others don't know about the nights he spends in Phoenix's bedroom. You can't see it, but my eyebrows are literally, they raise up so much they go past my head. I guess you could say things are heating up in Yoru's portals. No, that's so bad, that's so bad. Let's just forget what I said right there and move on to the more explicit kind of fanfiction. On my journey to find something interesting to read, I learned of a very troubling fact. There's 115 explicit fanfictions just about Brimstone. Okay, this will be interesting. Cameos from other agents, mentions of other agents, crack treated seriously, friends to lovers, sexual fantasy, clothing kink, smut. What? Fanfic writers are really wild in their tagging, and I don't want to dwell on that any longer, so let's just go to the next thing. Valorant one-shots. Summary. Cypher X Reader, NSFW. One of my cameras is broken. Oh wait, okay, it's fine. That's us. As the standby mechanic of your agency, you're often tasked with the most tedious of jobs. Cypher's broken equipment, for instance, is often shifted into your care when Killjoy or Raze is busy. Sorry to disturb you, Cypher began, a hand on the rim of his comedically large hat. But it appears some of my eyes have lost their value in the recent mission, and Killjoy isn't around. You glance down at the assortment of damaged tech in his hand. I'll take a look at it, you assured, holding your hand out for him to exchange the parts, to which he gratefully obliged. Thank you immensely. Do let me know when you're done, and I'll come collect it. The information broker tipped his hat before departing. You return to your room and spread out the equipment on an available table, careful not to mix up the components. Fiddling with the loose screws and exposed wires, you immersed yourself in the closest camera. There was nothing horribly wrong with it, so you were somewhat confused as to why Cypher had tasked you with such an easy job. A chime in your pocket caught your attention. You retrieved your phone only to be met with a useless notification for an idle game. The time above it, however, was far more concerning. 9 p.m., and you hadn't had a single moment of downtime for yourself. Abandoning the assignment, you lounged on your bed in hopes of some relaxation. Endless movie titles crossed your eyes before you're finally happy with the film. It started off slow, before alluding to something a bit spicier. The movie didn't take long to devolve into straight-up porn. Oh, we're going straight into it, huh? What were you watching again? You found yourself surprisingly intrigued, your thighs shifting against each other. Perhaps this was the most kind of relaxation you needed after all. Completely disregarding Cypher's task, you slipped your hand between your legs and brushed up. Yeah. Okay, I get it. The information broker pulled up the surveillance feed for his spy cams. Oh god, I know where this is going. None of his border cameras had been triggered. He stared at the monitor, his brow furrowed into his mask. A false alarm? His belt hummed once more, confirming a target in one of the feeds. Cypher shifted through another rotation of the feeds. The lack of presence puzzled him even more. Only seconds before he got up to alert the agency, he noticed a faint white outline attached to a supposedly inactive camera. He visibly relaxed as he concluded he had accidentally triggered the motion detector while fixing it. Imagining you hovering over the camera, smiling proudly at your work, Cypher chuckled to himself. Without a second thought, he opened the surveillance feed, almost kneeing the table in shock. He gawked at the sight before him. You're on the other side of the room, your pants around your ankles and your hand between your legs. The jagged movements and troubled expression gave the information broker enough context to know exactly what you were doing. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do this. I gotta finish this though. He stared in shock, unable to look away. His heart thumped against his chest as he evaluated the situation he was in. He knew it was wrong to watch you during such an intimate moment, but his heart wasn't the only thing receiving an insane amount of blood right now. I'm done. I'm done with this. We're going on to the next one. I'm done. Cypher could feel the pressure in his pants or under as he winced into. Okay, yeah, I'm actually done. Okay. The Captain's Problem by 𝓝𝓢𝓕𝓦. Bottom brimstone, top breach. This is referring to their kills in the scoreboard, right? You know, bottom frag and top frag, right? Omega brimstone alpha breach, alpha beta omega dynamics. Oh, for some reason, I know what they're talking about. Mating cycles, okay. We are just gonna read it already. By the way, if you don't know what they're talking about in Omegaverse, I implore you to not search that up, please. I beg of you. Just play the game. I don't know why I'm here reading this stuff. I should just play the game. Even a combat match is probably more fun than this. But it is interesting. Chapter 1. Where is Brimstone? It was a normal day in protocol, well, for everyone except Brimstone. It was that time of the month for the captain, his heat cycle. He was out of suppressants and his next shipment wasn't until next week. Locked up in his room, not wanting to show himself to others. Has anyone seen Brimstone? Killjoy asked with the gadget in her hands. I believe he is in his room, Cypher says. As KJ began to walk over, Sage stops her. Let me come with you, Sage asks, which KJ shrugs as she didn't mind. Soon Sage knocks on the door. Brim, is everything alright? Sage asks. Silence. The door was unlocked. Killjoy and Sage decided to walk in. A sweet scent fills the room. It was obvious now what was going on. Brimstone was in heat. I don't want to imagine that. Sage and Killjoy already knew Brimstone was an Omega. They were more shocked that he didn't tell them. Brim was lying on his stomach, muffled groans, I don't think coming as it means that, going. Anyway, from him as his white undershirt was drenched in sweat, his boxers having unnoticeable sweat marks as well. Why didn't you tell anyone you were in heat, Brimstone? Sage asks, looking disappointed that he didn't tell them. Brim stayed silent for a while. Sage and Killjoy were about to leave until he spoke softly. I didn't know it was going to happen. The urge is killing me. This fanfic is killing me. He groans. Well, you need Alpha, but who? Killjoy says. What about Breach? Sage suggests. Brim instantly replies with a no. Come on, Brim. You need help, and we know you like Breach. Brimstone's face turns red. Huh? Who is we? He says now, sitting up on the bed looking at them. Sage and Killjoy are laughing. Pretty much everyone. You don't do a good job at hiding it. KJ says, still laughing. Anyways, you rest up now. Me and Sage will think of something. KJ says, Before Brimstone could reply, they are both gone. He lays back down, knocking out cold. Brimstone woke up, still laying in bed, as he groaned constantly, the urge getting stronger. He had been thinking about what Sage and Killjoy meant by finding another way. He hoped they didn't play anything stupid. Brimstone was sleeping again, the heat keeping him tired. That's when a knock could be heard. Brimstone croaked, getting up to go unlock the door, his hair soaked and his shirt having sweat stains. As he was opened the door, he was shocked to see Breach. "What are you doing here?" he says, not having the energy to yell. "I'm here to help you, Brimmy," Breach says, inviting himself in, unlocking the door behind him. Breach takes a whiff of the sweet scent, sighing in relief. "You smell great, Brimmy. Now let's get this over with so I can go home to my show." "Remove your clothes, that's an order," Breach says with a chuckle. Usually Brimstone wouldn't listen to these commands, but he felt needy ready to get this urge over with. He removed his clothes, his face having a red tint as the other admired him. Breach didn't waste any time, removing his own clothes. On the bed. Up, he commands. Brimstone listens, his dripping slick already. "You look great like this, Brimmy," Breach says, rubbing his... I can't say this. If I say this, YouTube will literally look at my video and just wipe me off the face of the internet if I say this. I can't. So tight. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. If you want to read this, go read it for yourself, but I can't. Why am I reading this? I should just play the game. Losing 0-13 is much better than reading this. I am... At the very least, could you at least be well written? Anyway, I'm done. I'm done. I'm actually done. I'm going back to Valo. I'm going back to Valorant. Okay, let me read a little bit more. Let's see how it ends. Breach slowly enters Brim. Yeah, I'm done. I'm actually done.